Yo boys, what's up? Today I'm gonna be hitting you with another one of the advice type of videos. I did one of these previously, and today I figured I would try out a little face cam, see if that makes it a little bit more personal. Maybe you can feel the vibes better, what I'm trying to say. So let's get right into it. Today I just want to talk about how you can make progress in lifting as well as other areas of your life simultaneously without having to sacrifice between the two. So I'm mostly going to be focusing on school because that's my main other thing. I do well in school and I'm making lifting progress. So I think that's a pretty valid goal, but you can also apply this to work or really anything else, like just multifaceted kind of life. So the first key, you know, if you're forcing yourself to go to classes all day, then you're coming home, you have to do homework, then you're still forcing yourself to go to the gym after that, it's going to be really exhausting mentally and physically to sustain this for a long period of time. It's almost certain that you're going to eventually have to kind of give up on one of the two or make sacrifices there somehow, and it's just going to burn you out. So how do people do it? Well, I think, at least for me, the key is being passionate about it. So if you have this, it's going to really ease up the amount of discipline that it takes to do both. I'm just really passionate about lifting, and so it's almost like I don't have to use any energy to go to the gym. I have to go to classes all day and then I have to do my homework, and I kind of don't like doing that. It's not that fun, but then when I get to go to the gym, it's really exciting. I'm not forcing myself to go to the gym. It's more like a thing I'm looking forward to the whole day. If you're fiending to get in the gym rather than dreading it, you don't it doesn't take any energy. You have to prefer going to the gym over doing things like watching Netflix or watching TikTok or playing video games. And if you can get to this place where you really enjoy lifting, you enjoy the progress, you enjoy the daily grind, you enjoy just the feeling of going, then it gets a lot easier because it becomes less of a chore that you have to do and you have to balance with everything else, and more of a thing that you're excited for. It's okay, I've finished all my other chores for the day, now I gotta go do this thing that I really like. And I promise you, if you can get to this place where you really enjoy it, it'll almost feel like that's your break for the day. You go to the gym when you have gotten tired of doing all your homework and you're tired from school, and then you go to the gym and you come back almost with more energy than you went into it with. And I think this is really powerful because it allows you to almost get more out of the day than if you had skipped the gym and just kept grinding all night. Because I find a lot of times if I try to just grind homework for 7 hours, you just can't do that. Maybe for a day or two if you're really grinding for a specific exam or something, but you have to kind of break it up a little bit, and I think going to the gym can really be that break as opposed to just going on your phone for 2 hours or something. And it makes you feel a lot better in the end. If you go on your phone as a break, then you kind of take your mind off of things, but it doesn't feel the same. If you go get your lift in for the day, it feels great. You made your progress for the day, and then you almost feel like you have more energy to get back to whatever you're doing, if you have more stuff to do. If not, then great, but we're assuming that we have a lot of stuff to do here. So some people have a lot of trouble with this mindset because they don't feel like the gym is a break for them. They feel like the gym is the hardest part of the day, oh, I have to go to the gym now. It's that time of the day again. It's why can't I just sit here and watch TV? But it's a tough phase to get out of, and a lot of people try to copy a program they've seen online and implement all these special techniques to like force themselves to be consistent. And I really don't think that for a lot of people this is going to be successful. I think the problem with this is that if you try to copy whatever you see online, you're not necessarily going to enjoy it. You're just trying to do it for because you should be going to the gym. So you're going to try to copy this because you think it's going to be good for you. But what a lot of people don't realize is that you can find different forms of lifting or even exercise in general. I like lifting, so kind of that's what I'm focusing on, but even more broadly, just exercise. It doesn't have to be lifting, and you can find different. You have to find the one that you really love, and then if you stick with that, it'll start to become a habit because you find the one that you enjoy. It's more easy to be consistent with it, and then if you keep being consistent with it for a period of time, then it starts to be a habit. You don't really even have to think about going to the gym. It doesn't take energy to, like I was saying before, it doesn't take energy out of your day to get to the gym. It's almost like you just want to go. And so I think this is the key that a lot of people miss out on, is they treat it like they have to follow someone's plan. They have to do lifting this certain way. But really, I think the key to being able to balance these two things is, and even if you're not trying to balance, even if you're just trying to get good at lifting or make progress, I think part of the key is to find the form of it that you enjoy the most, because that'll just make it so much easier on you. And then you get that passion like I was talking about before, and it just all comes into line. So some of the different forms I've kind of been mentioning is you can do bodybuilding or just pure strength training or a mix of the two. I kind of like the mix. That's personally my thing. I think it's really rewarding that way because you can see, I feel like as a natural, physique progress kind of comes more slowly. If you look back a year or so, you see progress for sure. But if you look back 2 weeks, you probably don't see anything. So that's where physique progress over the long term is really cool to see. But in the short term, you can see some strength gains, oh, I added 5 pounds to my bench. That's sick. And then they kind of play against each other in that way, and you can always be feeling hyped about the gym, So if you love going to the gym and say you just want to do bench every time, the classic gym bro, you just bench and curl, curl on the squat rack, and that's what you love to do, honestly, I would recommend that you do that, because here's the thing. If you are going to the gym and doing that it gets you to the gym, that's better than saying, oh, I have to hit legs today, I'm going to skip, right? Skipping is going to hurt your progress in the long term way more than having a bad program to start with. Now, over the long term, I'm not recommending that you just never hit legs, because that's kind of not good. But when you're starting out, I think it is important. The most important thing is consistency. So whatever you enjoy the most, what gets you to the gym, what makes it feel like less of a chore, that's what you should be doing in the gym. So you're going to do this, and it's going to allow you to build it up as kind of a habit. And once it's a habit, then you can try to implement some better training habits. If you're just benching every single day, maybe some days you hit legs, maybe some days you hit back, whatever. Keep it more balanced is probably better in the long run. But if it helps you to start out strong, just doing it this way, that's probably going to be the best thing for you, because it's going to allow you to stay consistent. And so I think once you develop this level of consistency, you're going to be able to want to go to the gym without even thinking about it. It's like not going to affect your day. And some people say that they don't have time. And honestly, like, I just say, like, shut up. Like, no, you don't. Like, you definitely have time. And the reason I say this is because, like I was saying before, a lot of people will be doing, like, what they have to do for the day. They're things they don't like to do, homework, school, whatever. And then they, like, need a break. And so they go on their phone, or they go watch a movie, or they go hang out with friends. And, like, if you if you think you don't have time, all right, do this right now for me. Just go on your phone and check how many hours you've spent on, like, TikTok, YouTube, Insta, Snap, all these things, whatever else it is. And that's how much time you could be spending going to the gym without even changing your schedule. You can obviously change your schedule to make it easier too, but without even changing anything, that time could be going somewhere else. And so whenever people say they don't have time, I don't really buy it. I don't know. I think it's kind of BS, to be honest. So you probably have time. I think it's more a matter of being consistent, which is why I focus on that, because I think you want to, in the beginning, just focus on building up your consistency, focus on loving the gym. You have to want to go. When you're there, you shouldn't feel like, oh, I hate this, when can I leave? It's more like, do what you want to do while you're there. And some people, maybe what they want to do is just get in, do a couple things as quick as they can, get out. That's okay. Like, some people want to do it quick. Some people want to get in and talk to people for 5 minutes in between every set. Like, that may be your thing too. And whichever one works for you is probably the best thing to do. Now, like I said before, over time you probably want to try to adjust your habits to become more optimal if you want to get optimal progress. But in the beginning, that's not necessarily as important. So, yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I had for today. Like, that's what I wanted to really say is the key to being able to balance the two is not trying to just have this God level willpower where you just are doing 12 hours of things that you hate every day. Like, it's not going to work for the long term. It's more about, and what I think a lot of people misinterpret about the gym is that it doesn't have to be a grind. Like, you don't have to hate it. If you can find a way to love lifting or just exercise in general, whichever kind of lifting that you like, then you'll be consistent with it. It's almost like it's easy to be consistent watching YouTube videos every day. Like, that's easy. So you just have to convince your brain that it's fun, and then it'll be easy. You only have to do school every day, and then you get to go to the gym after you're done. It's just fun to do. So, yeah, if this helped you guys, like, sub, comment, whatever. But let me know if you like the face cam, if you like the advice kind of videos. And, yeah, I just thought this would be cool because I'm, like, in the situation. I'm in college. I'm lifting. So that's how it is. See you later.